All right, could I see the parties on Arturo Martinez, please? Mission accomplished.
Yes.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 638502, and that's -02. Could state versus Arturo Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Mr. Kyle Simpson for Mr. Martinez.
And are you Mr. Martinez? You don't need to speak up, okay?
Yeah.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Sure, Your Honor. Count one, but with a lesser included of attempted theft, 2,500 to 30,000, which may be defined as an
No objection.
Counsel, did you fill out the application?
You know what? I just,
Thank you. Awesome.
didn't have enough time. Case number by chance.
Yes, it's DC 2024 CR 6385-02.
Yeah.
Mr. Martinez, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court's admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of attempted theft of property? Sorry, I have to write this in as I go. Theft of property, $2,500 up to $30,000 as a Class A misdemeanor. Did you?
Yes,
The range of punishment for that offense is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to $4,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow that plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, right for you or your attorney to cross-examining front witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication was revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, to them.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived the right to trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right, according to the state is proceeding on count 1, and they're proceeding on the lesser included offense of attempted theft as a Class A misdemeanor. They're asking that there be a $500 fine. They're recommending deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution to Modesto Steve Salazar of $2,000 and front restitution due at the time of plea of $3,000 to Modesto Stephen Salazar. All right, so
For a total of 5,000.
total of 5,000.
Yes.
All right. So according to you, you were to pay upfront restitution of $2,000, and that would leave you a balance of $2,000.
3,000.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't-
You thank you. There would be an yes.
That LSU math.
Hey,
isn't it?
Judge,
Hey.
and Judge, just to let you know, 3,000 has been paid up front already, and we have the receipts. So the only additional is the 2,000 that would be due during the probation period.
All right. So you understand, as a part of your plea agreement, you were to pay $3,000 in restitution to Modesto Salazar. It's the court's understanding that that has been paid, correct? From all sides?
Correct.
So that leaves you of a balance as part of your plea bargain agreement of $2,000 to Modesto Salazar. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea?
It is.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
None.
All right. Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that you defer adjudication before a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with the complainant. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to speak to some of those after.
All right. Then to the lesser included offense of theft, 2,500 to 30,000 as a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Without objection.
All right. Did you review the stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just one moment off the record. Hi, Mac. Hi. So there are 2 cases.
Yes.
One is Kendall Smith. He's in custody. He's telling me he hasn't had contact with his client. And then the other is for Jessica Garcia.
Yes.
All right.
And I did speak with with Norma earlier about Miss Garcia, and that's, my apologies. I had told one of our admin staff to reassign that this
Sure.
morning, but when they looked, they misread it and they thought the old attorney was still on the wheel, so they were a little confused. So that has been reassigned to Lauren Lefton.
Okay.
That one's been handled. And then I will send a separate email to Miss Lefton and advise, because the other attorney was off of the wheel. I'm not sure that the client had noticed. I know she was a no-show today, but I believe that might be why.
Okay.
I'm not sure if her old attorney had contact with her, so I'll reach out and make sure that gets addressed. And then I'll speak with Mr. Smith.
All right. Thank you. And I'll give you a date for Garcia before you all leave so everyone will know.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. All right. We're back on the record. All right. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. We would ask the court to consider either waiving or holding in abeyance the fine in this case. Restitution is an issue. He was able to come up with 3,000. He did qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so money is tight. We'd ask the court to consider doing that. And then he's also 67, correct? 68. And he is handicapped. He has issues with his knees. He's currently in recovery. And we'd ask the court to, either waive or hold in abeyance some of the community service hours. I think there's 150 that were recommended.
Okay, so perhaps you can explain to me, this person brought a vehicle to you to repair.
Yeah.
You didn't repair it. You gave it to somebody else and let them drive around. What were you thinking?
No, the car didn't have no sticker, no license plate. The car didn't start or nothing. The car didn't run. And I don't know how come. And he told me he gave me $5,000 and he didn't give me nothing.
I can speak.
Yes.
I've been trying to convince Mr. Martinez to try this case, and I think it's more of a civil case.
Mhm.
He took the possession of the vehicle from the customer, and he
Okay.
had it for a long time. The customer became upset. He was doing this. He's a do body work,
But
right? And so there was an allegation that he's not a mechanic. He just does body work. There was an allegation that the guy paid him for a transmission. He disputes that. I've tried to get him to try the case. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to accept.
But why
the
didn't he
risk.
just give the complainant his vehicle back?
It was stolen. So the guy that was where they were going to work on the vehicle was a secondary person, like a third party's house, and it's not in the best area. And the guy had it outside on the street, and the vehicle was stolen. Or so Mr. Martinez tells me the vehicle was stolen outside.
So why didn't he just call the complainant and say, hey, this is what happened. You gave me the vehicle. It's not the type of work I do. I gave it to this other person without your permission. Sorry for that. And
The other
the vehicle
person,
got stolen.
the complainant knew that it was at the other location.
Mhm.
He was aware of that. I mean, I think it's a civil case, but he's happy with the resolution and didn't want to take the risk at trial.
So are you employed?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Body work. Any body work.
Okay. Here's the thing. You cannot, if somebody, and I know you probably know this, but if someone comes to you with a vehicle and says, are you able to repair this? And you say yes, and you tell them how much it's going to cost, you don't get to keep their vehicle for a year, and you certainly don't get to turn it over to third parties. And I'm assuming these third parties that you say you turned it over to, none of them are a dealership. It's some random person.
Right.
You're not allowed to do that. And it says that that person has been waiting for their car for over a year. It's not allowed. And you're still doing body work. So what have you learned from all of this?
Not to be taking customers' car like that, doing cars for nobody, only for the shop where I work.
Right. So why would it take this for you to understand that? How old are you?
I'm going to be 68.
This-
Steve was a real good friend of mine. I've done work before for him almost for free, for nothing.
Mhm.
This one, he told me, do it, and said, I'll do it too. I'm going to help you out, just pay me for the material, for the paint and everything, because he would help me out, but he didn't pay me nothing. I was the one that started sanding everything. He was ready for paint when they stole it.
All right. I think for me to unpack that suitcase, it probably wouldn't turn out well for you. So this is what the court is going to do. There's a $500 fine. There's going to be restitution of $2,000 to Modesto, Stephen, that's with the V as in Victor, Salazar. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Modesto, Stephen Salazar. There's to be 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the cat's theft course 1 and 2. And once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits one time per month for 3 months. And then probation, if you could go to his place of employment and see what's happening out there. And that'll be one field visit to place of employment.
I think it's in Kerrville. Is that right?
Correct.
Probation, there should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person and regular random UAs. Probation, is there anything else? Thank you. 2 years deferred adjudication. No.
Judge, one other issue.
Mhm.
He does have tickets that he had bought. When did you buy
About a
them?
year ago in payments.
He's supposed to go on a trip for Valentine's Day, taking his wife on a cruise on the 13th.
All right, state, he's going on a cruise.
When days is it?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going back. 4 days.
I mean, state, do you have an objection to him going on a cruise?
So Judge,
It's not a ferry, so I don't think there are any vehicles on there. All right, he's allowed to go on the Valentine cruise. And who is performing on the Valentine cruise? Usually it's
Him? I don't know.
usually there's some singer that's performing on the cruise. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Eduardo Porter. Hello. Just one moment. Who's the prosecutor on this? Who's the prosecutor on Porter? It's a PSI?
For trial division.
Okay. It's a PSI.
Thanks, Judge.
And those are the reports.
No, just majority dates.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 008-136 State versus Eduardo Porter III. Can I have parties to announce for the record for the state?
Jerry Kagan on behalf of Eduardo Porter.
And are you Mr. Porter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and the top evaluation state?
Yes, I'm currently going through it, but I mean, we can proceed.
All right.
I've reviewed it with Mr. Porter, Judge.
Any objections?
No,
Not at this moment, Judge.
All right. According to the plea bargain agreement, the defendant entered a plea of no contest to count 1 and count 2. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court deferred finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Count 3 was waived without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 7 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is silent on your application. And there is to be restitution, if any, and no contact with the complainant. All right. Defense, do you have any evidence to submit?
No evidence, Judge, just argument based off the PSI.
All right, the court will hear argument.
Well, Judge, I wanted to draw the court's attention to page 7 of the PSI where they ask him if he gets granted the probation, how would this improve his life? And his response is, the Center for Healthcare Services has helped me a lot. I am more laid back and chilled. The injection is a mood stabilizer, referring to Abilify. As part of his conditions with pretrial services, he was required to participate with the Center for Healthcare Services. He's been on bond, I want to say, about a year and a half. And he hasn't picked up any violations, hasn't picked up any positive UAs. And apparently, Center for Healthcare Services is helping him a lot. With respect to the TAP evaluation, I see that there's no major drug problem. Well, no drug problem at all. Almost no drug history. And with respect to priors, he's never been in prison, never been in jail. He's had a couple of cases that have all been dismissed. And I was going to mention something else about the drug history, but I can't remember. That being said, since it is a silent offer, we'd ask the court to go ahead and grant his application for deferred. I see here that they're recommending he continue working with the Center for Healthcare Services, anger management, aggressive driving, field visits, and UAs for the first 60 days, once a week, I believe. So we would ask the court to go ahead and grant his application for deferred.
All right, so here's the court's question, and maybe, counsel, you can help me, or maybe your client can help me with this question. This is, maybe it's a road rage, maybe it's not, but what I see here is that the complainant, in the stipulations, it says, complainant explained that he was driving his white Ram truck and was exiting the highway. He said that he did not see traffic approaching his direction and did not yield when he exited. Complainant told me that he heard a vehicle honking behind him. Complainant described that he took a left turn onto Avenue E and the defendant followed him. Complainant stated that he was traveling southbound and the defendant drove his respective vehicle to the right of him. Complainant described that both vehicles and the defendant was apparently upset at him. Complainant told me that the defendant was upset and cussing at him for not yielding or using turn signal when he exited the highway. Complainant said that throughout the argument, they were both upset and cussing at each other. Complainant explained that defendant drove forward, cut him off, and stopped in front of his truck. Complainant said that he got out of his truck and told the defendant to move his car. Complainant described that he was on the driver's side of the defendant's vehicle and was arguing with him because he blocked him in. Complainant told me that the defendant retrieved a gun from his glove compartment. Complainant explained that the gun was in the defendant's right hand at that time. He said he did not point it at him, but the complainant got back inside of his truck and attempted to leave, but then he cut him off again. Complainant explained that they were zigging and zagging on the street, and complainant was able to go around the defendant. And the complainant said that as he passed the defendant, he heard a shot and there was a bullet hole. The officers find a bullet hole in the right rear passenger side of the complainant's truck. So I don't understand why I should grant him deferred. This is somebody, I know you're saying that there may be mental health issues, but I don't understand how a failure to yield results in shots being fired.
And of course, Judge, we have the complaining witnesses version. Mr. Porter's version is a little bit different, but even if we go with the complaining witnesses version, the court pointed out there's a lot of back and forth. there was a lot of opportunities for both sides to just chill, drive a different direction, let the other person in. So I
But the
think,
complainant said he was blocking him in.
well, I'll ask Mr. Porter to be sworn in so we can
All
give
right,
his
you want to raise
version.
your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Eduardo Porter the third.
All right, you may proceed.
When you came into my office, do you recall coming into my office to discuss this case?
Yes.
And could you explain to the court what you explained to me about the driving pattern?
I drove around him to go ahead because I was against traffic, in the lane against traffic. So I was trying to go around and go straight. But he also accelerated too. So that's when I started thinking he's going to hit my car. So I braked him, so him trying to go around me. And I started getting scared for my life because I'm in a small Mitsubishi Mirage and he's in a big Ram 1500. So I thought it was going to run me off the road.
So to summarize, you were concerned that he was going to collide with your vehicle.
Yes.
That's the witness.
All right,
State silent, Your Honor.
all right. So where does it come in, the fact that you pull a gun on him?
I was just scared and I just didn't know what was happening. But when I already had the gun, I told him, look, sir, please get away from me when we were arguing through my window. And I just kept telling him to get away from me. It's going to go. And then when I did fire the shot, I immediately called 911, let him know what had happened.
No. When you say you fired the shot, did you fire the shot when he was in his vehicle driving away?
Yes.
All right. All right, any other questions?
Nothing further from me, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. In counts 1 and counts 2, the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison in each count. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon in each count. There's to be no contact with Brandon Taylor or Jennifer Hollins, and there's to be restitution, if any, to Brandon Taylor. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? And I'll ask for the therapeutic community as well. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I understand. I mean, and the complainant admits that he didn't yield. In San Antonio, for some reason, people don't know what the yield sign means. But there's no way that this ever should have turned in you pulling out a gun. But I realized tempers were high. He's cursing at you. You're cursing at him. But you should have just let it go. And guess what? If you feel as somebody is not following the rules of the road and they're being a danger, pick up the phone, call the police. You don't go trail behind them. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.